सर अभी
They just tell me
बैंकिंग अवेयरनेस.
what have you studied?
यस सर, बैंकिंग अवेयरनेस पढ़ रहा हूँ अभी.
क्या बैंकिंग अवेयरनेस में क्या क्या पढ़ा है?
अभी सर फाइनेंशियल इंक्लूजन आप लेने वाले थे इसलिए उसका पढ़ा आज. और पब्लिक पीएसएल, पब्लिक सेक्टर लेंडिंग,
अच्छा,
प्रायोरिटी सेक्टर लेंडिंग.
प्रायोरिटी सेक्टर
यस सर.
लेंडिंग. अच्छा अच्छा. सो उसका बारे में क्या आपको याद है? फिनेंशियल इंक्लूजन का बारे में बताइए.
यस सर. सर
फिनेंशियल
फाइनेंशियल. यस.
इंक्लूजन का मतलब क्या है?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it refers to availability and accessibility of financial services to all individuals and businesses, regardless of their socio-economic status. This include access to banking services, credit, insurance, and other financial services of bank. And regarding financial inclusion, government has launched Jan Dhan Yojana, अटल पेंशन योजना, प्रधानमंत्री सुरक्षा बीमा योजना, etc. These initiatives.
Good, not bad. Now, Janarshini Ravi, can you tell me what is financial inclusion? You know about Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. What is the speciality of that scheme?
Yes, sir, I know, sir. They are providing generally financial inclusion. It is providing banking facilities for all. They are giving opportunity to get access for banking to all. It also includes below poverty level persons too. In Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, it is a modified version of a basic saving bank deposit account, which is introduced by Manmohan Singh sir. And they have no maximum deposit of 50,000, and they have overdraft facilities too, and they have two insurance scheme, Jeevan Jyoti Yojana and Suraksha Bima Jyoti Yojana, I guess.
Suraksha Bima Yojana.
Yes, sir. One is life insurance and another one is accident coverage insurance. Sir.
Very good. Correct. Now, let us see some aspects of priority sector lending. But of course, this will be more useful for our IBPS people. For you, they don't ask this question at all. Priority sector lending. What is PSL limit for banks? Reserve Bank of India has revised the PSL categories and credit limit. As per the priority sector, the new guidelines, the bank finance to startups to rupees 50 crore is included in priority sector. Priority sector lending is lending to those sectors of the economy which may not otherwise receive timely and adequate credit. This role is assigned by the RBI to the banks for providing a specific portion of bank lending to a few specific sector. What is the limit for priority sector in education loan? The answer is 20 lakh. Loans to individuals for educational purposes, including vocational courses, not exceeding 20 lakh will be considered eligible for priority sector classification. Is gold loan a priority sector? Gold loan can also be sanctioned for all eligible purposes under priority sector. That means for it, if it is told it is going to be used for agriculture purposes, then it will be included as priority sector. Typically, the requirements on priority sectors or loans for day-to-day working capital requirement of business unit, petty trade, purchase of furniture and fixtures, etc. This is an important part. This is, who can read this now? Pages, please read. Pages.
Yes, yes, sir.
Are you seeing
Screen
on the screen?
दिख नहीं रहे?
देख
No,
नहीं
no,
रहे?
नहीं.
Yes. Please read.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, what are 8 priority sector lendings? First, agriculture. Second, micro, small and medium enterprise. Third, export credit. Fourth, education. Fifth, housing. Sixth, social infrastructure. Seventh, renewable energy. Eight, others. The detail of eligible activities under the above categories are specified in para 3.
Please read.
Yes. Why is PSL important in banking? The goal of PSL initiative is to provide credit to the weaker section of the society as opposed to funding only profiteer sectors or spaces that are solely important to economic growth. Is PSL applicable to NBFC? It is pertinent to note that the PSL master direction under its para 25 covers co-origination of loans by banks and NBFC and DSL. The master direction specifically excludes RRBs, small finance banks, and urban cooperative banks and local area banks under the above para.
But of course, PSL, small finance banks, they have to give 75% of their
Yes.
advances to them. Similarly, RRB should give 75% of the loans to them. Yeah, this is same
How
question.
many
Read.
how many types of PSL can be issued by the banks? 4 kinds of PSLCs, namely PSLC agriculture, PSLC small and marginal farmers, PSLC micro enterprises, and PSLC general can be bought and sold via platform.
Who are eligible?
Who are eligible for priority sector lending? Loans to individual farmers, including self-help groups or joint liability groups, that is, groups of individual farmers, provided banks maintain disaggregated data of such loans, directly engage in agriculture and allied activities that are dairy, fishery, animal husbandry, poultry, beekeeping.
This one, priority
Yes.
sector.
What is priority sector lending in MSME? Priority sector lending includes only those sectors as part of the priority sector that impact large section of population, the weaker section, and the sectors which are employment intensive, such as agriculture and micro and small enterprises. What is percentage wise for priority sector lending? In agriculture, 18% of total outstanding capital.
Total
Small and
outstanding,
marginal
total
outstanding
outstanding loans.
loans. Small and marginal farmers, 8% of total outstanding loans. Micro enterprise, 7.5% of total outstanding loan. Weaker section, 15% of total outstanding loans.
Yeah. So this is actually, this is the circular which you have to read if you want to know full details of this. I am giving this in our group, Fed group, Fed PO clerks. I would have given this a number of times. Yeah, number of times I would have given. But it is boring, it's so lengthy. Allow. Okay, got it. What is it? Why it is going like this? Yeah. From today, it is giving some trouble. And next one is 2023 IBPS PO interview. There also I am giving. Then one more new thing has come, IDBI. IDBI. Anybody from IDBI has joined now? IDBI. Some IDBI bank people are also there now. Yeah. So please go through that in detail later on. Okay. Of course, I have told you what are the 8 sectors. This much detail they are telling about various things. They won't ask that much detail. Simply, they will ask why priority sector. What are the priority sectors? If you can tell that, that is more than sufficient. Yeah. Now, job profile is not required. This is not required. Python not required. Reserve Bank of India, let it be there like this. Then here, this one, Microsoft OneDrive Live. Now, what is the recent one? IBPS interview questions asked one. I think we started doing it yesterday from here. These are all fully engineering questions. Boring. Then came this Hobby Surface Act. So what anyone knows about Surface Act? Anybody knows about Surface Act?
Sir, bank can seize the property of the lender, the borrower, if he doesn't repay without appealing to the court.
Yeah, good, correct. But before that, you should tell Surface Act gives power for the banker to bring the mortgaged property to sale without the intervention of the court. Prior to this, this was introduced in 2002. Prior to this, the system was if a particular borrower is not repaying, we are supposed to send legal notice, then file a suit in a court of law, get a decree, and then execute the decree. At that stage only you can bring the house property mortgage to us for sale. Now, under the Surface Act, the banker is supposed to give a 60 days notice. And within 60 days, if he is not adjusting or giving reasonable reply to the satisfaction of the bank, then the bank has to take steps for taking possession of the property. If the borrower is creating trouble in our taking possession of the property, bank can seek the assistance of district magistrate and also police for that. And apart from this, if it is not possible to take complete possession, if say there is one symbolic possession, if you can take a symbolic possession of that, that is also due. Then banker has to put notices in the newspaper, English newspaper and vernacular newspaper, then advertise in the internet and bring the property for auction, AUCTION, and then the property will be sold in the auction. The proceeds will be adjusted towards the loan, and if any balance is remaining, it will be returned to the borrower. So this is known as Surface Act 2002. Good. Next is what is DICGC Act? Expansion for DICGC is Deposit Insurance Credit Guarantee Corporation. The headquarters, it is a subsidiary of Reserve Bank of India, and its headquarters is in Mumbai. The chairman's name is Mr. M.D. Pathro, who is one of the deputy governors of Reserve Bank of India. Then DICGC gives guarantee for bank deposits up to rupees 5 lakh per individual in one name in one bank up to rupees 5 lakh. Your deposit is guaranteed. That means if you have 20 lakhs in one bank, which unfortunately goes into liquidation, then we will get only 5 lakhs. So, but in the recent past, no commercial bank has been allowed to go on liquidation, but it is being taken over by others or merged into other banks. Only some of the cooperative banks were recently also allowed to go on liquidation, and the depositors were given 5 lakhs, up to 5 lakhs. I don't know whether there would have been, they said up to 97% of the deposits were covered by this DICGC and claim was paid. And for doing this, for giving this claim, DICGC will be taking from each bank for every year 12 paise per rupees 100 as premium. So this much is sufficient for you to know about DICGC. This is a very difficult question. What is the difference between cooperative banks and normal banks? Normal banks function, I can tell you. Cooperative banks, see here they are telling difference between cooperative banks and banks. Commercial banks are operated by shareholders, while cooperative banks are owned by members of cooperative societies. The Banking Regulation Act 1949 regulates both organization, governance, interest rates, the scope of operations, objectives and values, distinguish cooperative banks from commercial banks. See, normally commercial banks will be indulging in financing for, say, very big industries and also for foreign exchange and all. Whereas cooperative banks will not be indulging in that one. Now, can you read, somebody who can read this now on the line board? Akansha, please read this. Are you seeing on the screen?
Yes, sir.
Please read.
What is the difference between cooperative bank and normal bank? Cooperative banks are owned and controlled by their customers, who are also known as members. Commercial banks serve a diverse customer base, including individuals, small and medium-sized enterprises, large corporations, and institutional clients. They cater to a broader market and operate on a commercial scale.
Correct. Please read what are the 4 different types
What
of.
What are the 4 types of banks? The 4 different types of banks are central bank, commercial bank, cooperative banks, regional rural banks.
Yeah, actually now some more banks have also come after this has been written. Small service banks, then payment banks have also come. Previously, this was not there. Yeah, this much is sufficient. Now we will go to this. Next, self-intro. How will you protect data of customers? Who can answer this? Some IBPS candidates. How will you protect the data of customers? Yes, please. See, how will you protect the data means, see, banker is not supposed to reveal details of the customer to others. Secrecy of information. We are not supposed to divulge it to to another customer also. So like that, we will protect. And in the internet, how to protect that? Anybody from MCA? Anybody MCA line? Some say antivirus tools will be used to see that the data is not stolen by others from the internet, so that the data is protected. Okay. Next question. What is cryptography? Cryptography. I think today morning I asked one candidate about this. Then Namrata, please read this.
Yes, sir. Cryptography is the process of hiding or coding information so that only the person a message was intended for can read it. The art of cryptography has been used to code messages for thousands of years and continues to be used in bank cards, computer passwords, and e-commerce.
Hmm.
Systematic cryptography, symmetric key cryptography, asymmetric key cryptography, hash function.
Of course,
As
this much question will not be asked for normal candidates unless he is a computer. Even in IBPS, they will not ask this. This has been asked for one candidate, only for computer candidates. Please read. How does cryptography work?
How does cryptography work? Cryptography works by taking plain text or clear text and scrambling it into ciphertext so that the
Cipher
encoded
Ciphertext.
ciphertext so that the encoded output can be understood only by intended recipient. As ciphertext, the information should be unreadable to all except the intended recipient.
Yeah. See, like in Tamil, we have a, see, when I was a young boy and all, we used to talk. There is a language known as Kana. So whatever we talk, before every letter, we will put the letter Ka. Ka,
Okay.
Na, Kan, Kai, Kan, Karu, Kaa, Kafi, Kas, Kase, Kal, Kala, Kavi, Kal, Kalai. நான் இன்று ஆபீஸ் செல்லவில்லை. So instead of doing that, it is being mixed with something. So that is some coding is used. Okay, very good. This much is sufficient for cryptography. Now, next question they are asking is, what is blockchain technology? Blockchain technology. Yes. Namrata, continue. Blockchain technology.
Blockchain technology is an advanced database mechanism that allows transparent information sharing within a business network. A blockchain database stores data in blocks that are linked together in a chain.
Please repeat.
Block
Hmm.
Blockchain technology is a structure that stores transactional records, also known as the block, of the public in several databases known as the chain, in a network connected through peer-to-peer nodes. Typically, this storage is referred to as a digital ledger. What are the four types of blockchain networks? Types of blockchain. Public blockchain, it is permissionless distributed ledger on which anybody can join and conduct transactions. Private blockchain. A blockchain network operates in a private context, such as a restricted network, or is controlled by a single identity. Hybrid blockchain, custodian blockchain. Blockchain can also be used to reduce fraud and other trust related issues in digital and
Ad
ad
buying.
buying.
Hmm.
Blockchain has a wide range of applications in healthcare, including improving payment processing, electronic medical records, provider um, provider directories, and data security and exchange. What is blockchain com used for? The company began as the first Bitcoin blockchain explorer in 2011 and later created a cryptocurrency wallet that accounted for 28% of Bitcoin transactions between 2012 and 2020. It can operate a cryptocurrency exchange and provides institutional markets, lending, business, and data, charts, and analytics.
Actually, if we for laymen like us, it itna detail jarurat nahi. You please understand the basics of it so that you can talk about it. You should not blink. That is why I am telling this. Next question. Hypothecation. Can anyone answer this question? What is hypothecation? Hypothecation. I think I asked George only today. I don't know. Somebody asked. Sushmita Maji, can you tell me?
No,
What
sir, I have read
you
it.
don't know. So hypothecation is a type of charge created over movable assets. What are movable assets? Like gold jewels or cars or say consumables kept in the shop like a refrigerator, television, cell phone, etc. They can be moved. So when they are given as charge to the bank as security, in the case of vehicles, the hypothecation is registered with the RTO office, Road Transport Office, and it will be entered in the RC book so that the owner cannot sell the car to others. So this is one type of this, that is hypothecation of vehicles. In the case of hypothecation of other movables, like in shops, raw materials or finished goods, normally the customer will be submitting a statement every month to the bank, and the bank is supposed to verify by inspection. Not only that, the customer will be advised to put a board in the shop stating goods in this premises are hypothecated to so and so bank, so that he cannot borrow from two banks. So this is the methodology adopted by some useless customers. What they will do, they will remove this board and put another board for raising loan from second bank also. So that is known as hypothecation. But in the case of gold loan, what happens? The jewel is kept under the custody of the bank. So that is known as pledge. Pledge. Pledge is also a way of charge creation. That is, the lender has got a charge over that. It will be retained by the lender till the loan is adjusted. After the loan is adjusted, the gold jewel will be returned to the customer. So I have told you now about hypothecation of movables, also pledge of movables. But in the case of immovable properties, such as land and building, they are mortgaged to the bank. In the case of mortgage, banker will take the original title deeds of the property from the borrower and retain with him. Nowadays, banks do get this equitable mortgage registered in the books of the registrar of properties. So this is what is the idea about pledge, hypothecation, mortgage. This much questions in Federal Bank they have never asked, but this will be of use for our IBPS candidates. But the next question, NPA, can anyone tell me what you have in mind about NPA? What are all the points you know about NPA? Please tell me.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
Say,
Yeah, yeah.
sir,
Both of
NPA
you
is a
can.
non-performing asset.
Yeah.
Sir, any loan that has been not paid for more than 90 days become an NPA. So
90 days from the due date.
from the due date, then that becomes NPA. Then after that period, then the bank can take any decision once it becomes NPA, sir.
But you stop with this. The last sentence is not required. You stop with that one. That will do. But there are some more things to be said. But maybe next, anybody else can talk about NPA?
so there is substandard NPA and lost NPA. Before that, there will be another one NPA. Sir. If in substandard NPA, it will be after 90 days to 1 year. If they not repay or they didn't give any loan amount, it would be considered substandard. And doubtful
After 1 year, it will become doubtful assets.
Doubtful asset, and after about 3 years, it will be it will be considered as lost NPA.
Loss assets. Loss assets. And in fact, one yesterday or day before yesterday, we were discussing, is NPA an asset or liability? The answer is asset. It is only the loan. It is continuing to be in the books of the bank. But only thing is, since we are doubtful of recovery, we are providing extra amount for that. Providing means we are debiting our expenditure for that. There are different rules like say 15%, 25%. That much detail is not required for you. So this is NPA. It is sufficient you say. For this question, we can start answering like this. In a loan account where installment and interest are repaid properly, it is classified as standard asset. First sentence. Second sentence, in the case of loans where interest or installments are not paid for 90 days from the due date, it becomes a substandard asset and an NPA. And after it stays in substandard for 1 year, it will be classified as doubtful and extra provision will be made. And after 3 years, it will be classified as loss assets. Once it is classified as loss assets, 100% provision will be made. Meaning, if 10 lakhs has become NPA, bank has to provide 10 lakhs towards that. That means it has to debit its expenditure. So this is known as NPA, that is standard, substandard, doubtful, and loss assets. Good. Next question. What is fixed deposit? Who can answer? What is fixed deposit?
Yes, sir, I can answer.
Please answer.
Yes. Sir, fixed deposit is a type of deposit in which sum of money is locked for a fixed period of time. and its tenure is range from 7 days to 10 years in India.
Good. 7 days to 10 years. Good. If you tell this, that much is sufficient. What is a recurring deposit? Hello? What is a recurring deposit?
Hello, sir. Hello.
Yes. Tell, Abhishek.
Sir.
Tell. Your internet is not all right, I think so. Hello? Whose internet is okay? Abhishek, internet is not all right. Then George Francis, internet is
I will
not.
tell.
It's okay? Yeah, tell. Recurring deposit.
Recurrent deposit means that
Internet sahi nahi hai. Pooja, your internet is okay?
recurrent deposit relates to the type of deposit you have.
Pooja, can you talk?
Yes. Recurring deposit. In recurring deposit, there is no need of paying a
Acho,
lump.
Pooja, from where are you talking? Are you talking from inside a well? Why voice
No.
is not coming?
There is some issue with my microphone.
Diaphragm issue.
Yeah.
So keep the mic near your mouth.
Am I audible now, sir?
No, you are not. You are useless. It is not at all heard. Janarshani Ravi, please speak. Janarshani Ravi. Ravi,
Sir,
speak.
sir, in recurring deposit, they will not the depositor will not deposit money in at a time, sir. In single payment, they will be depositing in an interval.
Not correct way of explaining. Recurring
Hello,
deposit.
sir.
Yeah, tell me.
Sir, a recurring deposit is a kind of term deposit where a person means deposit a certain amount of money on a monthly basis, and it is targeted at a target.
God bless you all. I can't do anything more. Recurring deposit is a time deposit account for a minimum period of 6 months, maximum period of 10 years. In this case, the depositor undertakes to remit similar amount every month. And at the end of the period for which the deposit has been opened, he will be given the principal remitted by him along with interest. In the case of recurring deposit, if he is failing to pay in a particular month, bank will levy penal charges. And in case the party wants loan against it, he can take up to 90% of the amount remitted by him. And in the case of recurring deposit, if he wants money early, he can foreclose the account, in which case he will be getting only the interest at the rate for the period for which it was with the bank minus 1%. Supposing a deposit is open for 5 years with 6% interest, the person who has opened the account forecloses the account after 2 years. At the time of opening of the account for 2 years deposit, the interest rate is 4%. Now the party will be given only 4 minus 1, 3% interest. This is known as foreclosure. Very good. Next question. Difference between monetary policy and fiscal policy. Difference between monetary policy. See, actually, monetary policy is run by our
RBI.
Reserve
RBI,
Bank
sir.
of India,
RBI.
RBI, in consultation with the government. And fiscal policy is the policy of the government. You know, while framing the budget, they decide that our deficit should not be more than this much. So accordingly, they levy taxes, they plan for expenses. So that is fiscal policy. In the monetary policy, depending on the inflation, the the Reserve Bank will change the repo rates and try to regulate the inflation. Janarshani Ravi, please read monetary policy.
The monetary policy refers to central bank activities that are directed toward influencing the quantity of money and credit in an economy. By contrast, fiscal policy refers to the government's decision about taxation and spending. The two sets of policies affect the economy through different mechanisms.
Super. You read nicely. Your voice was very bold. Good. Next question. Next question. Takeaways from budget. Takeaways from budget. They can ask you, because even now, every time the IBPS interview comes, it comes in the end of February, and every interview, this question will be there. Takeaways from budget. From where we can see this, 1 minute. Just a minute. Are you able to see the screen? Current affairs snippets. Or is it visible or not?
Yes,
Yes,
it's
sir.
visible.
It's visible. So the current affairs snippets, February has it. First 6 pages is only in budget. So I think we have already studied this, but I would request you to go through that and try to collect some 5 or 6 important points that stays in your mind. For example, no changes in income tax slabs, no change in tax rates for company, limited liability partnership, or other person, like that. So please try to go through this and make out some 5 or 6 points so that you can remember that and speak up. Similarly, please go through the snippets that are provided and find out, at least under economy or under politics, some of the important changes that have come about. In fact, today what happened, I posted one link. I wanted you to go through that list and suggest me any changes. You have to believe me, nobody replied. Nobody replied. How bad I felt, See, not that I can't do it by myself. I want you people to take interest and participate in it. But none of you came forward. Later on, I managed to fill it up with somebody else who came online. And who came for some interview. This is that list, you know. This is that list. That governors and this list. In fact, I have written it here also. So please go through that list and tell me. Then we have to make correction. Then put the correct one online and remove the old one. That is what we have to. I have already corrected 5 chief ministers and other things we have to correct. Yeah. Now, next point is I was having this latest GK Today. All of you know about this book, GK Today. It is a 50 rupees book. I went to the shop and got it. As long as I am in Chennai, I always buy this and update myself. Now, I can ask you from this the names of governor of your state. Janarshini Ravi, you are from which state?
Sir, Tamil Nadu, sir.
Who is your governor?
Sir, K.N. Ravi, sir. Shri K.N. Ravi.
Huh? Huh?
Shri K.N. Ravi.
Are you sure that this? Are you sure that Tamil Nadu கண்ணு தெரியல? Correct. R and Ravi, இல்ல?
Yes, sir. R.N. Ravi.
R and Ravi. Or simply you are told Mr. Ravi, it would have been okay. But when we speak, we should not speak extra information and commit mistakes. Namrata, you are from which state?
Sir, Jharkhand.
झारखंड का गवर्नर का नाम क्या है?
Mr. C.P. Radhakrishnan.
Correct. George Francis, you are from which state?
Kerala, sir.
Kerala, who is this? Everybody will remember. What is the name of your governor?
Arif Mohammed Khan.
Correct. Because every day you are all fighting with him. Na? Then Abhishek
Yes, sir.
M. Abhishek M, you are from which state?
Sir, I am from Kerala and the
No.
governor is Arif Mohammed Khan.
Yeah, yeah. Then tell me who is the governor of Karnataka? Tell
Sorry,
me.
sir, I'm not aware of it.
Baba, why my eyes poor like this?
They're not,
Karnataka.
I am not aware of Karnataka's governor.
Karnataka is some Gelot. Tawarchand Gelot. Tawarchand Gelot, I think he was in Rajasthan, he has come here. Very good. Then Tejas, you are from which state?
महाराष्ट्र सर.
महाराष्ट्र का गवर्नर का नाम क्या है?
रमेश बैस.
Correct? Yeah. Good. Then Sushmita ji, आपका गवर्नर का नाम क्या है? West Bengal.
Yes, sir. Dr.
बोलो.
Shivi Anand Bose.
Correct. Good. Pooja ji, your governor का नाम?
Sir, it is Arif Mohammed.
Pooja, you are from which state?
Kerala, sir.
Kerala only. No problem. No problem. Kerala, there is no problem. Now, what is the capital of Lakshadweep? Who can answer this question? What is the
Sir,
capital?
Kavaratti.
Correct. What is the capital of Andaman and Nicobar Islands?
Port Blair.
Correct. What is the capital of Dadar and Nagar Haveli? What is
Sir,
that?
is it Silvassa?
No.
Sillo.
No, but I am not able to see it here. Let me try here. Because this book printing is not good. Dadar and Nagar Haveli capital. Silvassa. Silvassa is the capital. Good, very good. Excellent. Now, can you name 5 union ministers with their cabinets? I will ask Pooja. Pooja, tell me. 5 union ministers with their department.
Sir, Nirmala Sitaram.
Acha, sorry. Your internet is not all right. Your sound is not all right. Sushmita ji, 5 union ministers with their departments.
Yes, sir. First, Dr. Narendra Modi, his department is Department of Space and Department of Atomic Energy. And then Amit Shah, Ministry of Home Affairs. Then Education Minister, Dr. Dharmendra Pradhan. Then Health Minister, Sir Manshukh Mandavia. And then Sir Railway Minister Dr. Railway Minister Ashwini Vaishnav. So I don't know whether there is doctor or not. So sorry. And then Road and Transport Minister Nitin Gadkari.
Correct. Good.
Right.
I think you told 5 or not. One more you tell. Arjun Munda is what minister?
Sir, I think Agriculture Minister.
Correct. And
Minister-
also tribal affairs.
Yes, sir.
And
Tribal Affairs.
and farmers welfare.
Yes, sir.
Prahlad Joshi is what minister?
Prahlad Joshi. Sir, I have read, but I cannot remember right now.
Ministry
Prahlad
of
Joshi.
Coal.
Yes, the coal maybe. Ministry of Steel or Ministry of Coal.
Coal mines and parliamentary affairs.
Yes,
Coal
sir.
mines and parliamentary affairs.
Yes, sir.
Narayan Tanurane. Narayan Tanurane is micro, small and medium
MSME.
enterprise.
MSME. Yep.
Then Sachidananda Sonawal. Sachidananda is from which state? Anybody's state? Is he from Assam? Sachidananda Sonawal. Anybody knows? He is for ports, shipping. Then
Maybe from Assam. Maybe.
is he from Assam?
Sarbananda
Sir,
Sonowal.
Sarbananda Sonowal, sir.
Sarbananda Sonawal.
Yeah, he's from Assam.
Assam. Now that's what I'm asking. Yeah. Next is Dinapura. Dr. Virendra Kumar is in charge of social justice and
Environment.
empowerment. Yeah. I bought this book and I can't read it. इतना छोटा छोटा डालने से कैसे पढ़ेगा बताओ? हाँ, बहुत छोटा छोटा डालता है. Very bad. And very good. Or कुछ any doubts you want to ask? And who has got interview tomorrow, day after? Nobody. No, day after tomorrow somebody must be having. No? I think
Sir,
I got
Abhishek.
Sir, I am having interview on 9th.
Oh,
I am also having.
George also, no?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Best wishes. Take care. Go with confidence and answer. Then I wish you all best of luck. Maybe tomorrow
sir.
also,
Thank you,
if
sir.
time tomorrow also, if time permits, we will meet. Because I think I can't be meeting you on 10th and 11th. I will put. I don't know whether I gave notice in the group. Did I give information in the group, Sushmita ji?
No, sir.
Diya? No, Diya nahi, acha. And 9th night, there will not be any class. 10th night, there will not be any class. And regarding interview, I will manage, but I don't allot them. So this is the point I want to tell you because I have got some function to go. And I think Federal Bank will be over by then, no problem. Only our IBPS and IDBI will be available. We can continue studying thereafter. In the meantime, please be going through the questions that have been asked earlier in the interviews and prepare for your answer
Sir,
as
sir,
I
I
was
have a
doing now.
question in budget,
Yeah,
sir. I cannot understand the
yeah.
point where the type of service there is a remittance of 25,000 and 10,000 in budget, interim budget, and I cannot understand that point, sir.
What is it? 25,000 crore.
No, sir, 25,000. Yes, sir.
Simply
First
25.
page.
First page.
No, sir, I cannot remember the whole sentence.
1
That's
minute.
the 4.4.
Point number 4.
Yes,
Taxpayer.
sir.
This is very good. Here, taxpayer service, withdrawal of direct tax demand of period up to rupees 25,000 for period up to 2009 to 10 and rupees 10,000 for period up to 2014 to 15. 1 crore people will be benefit. See, actually, income tax has sent notice asking for people to pay the income tax, and these notices are pending for period up to 2009-10. Up to that period, if somebody has been asked to pay up to 25,000, then all those tax demands are nullified, cancelled. They need not pay. Similarly, from 2010 to 2015, during that period, if anybody has been asked to pay up to 10,000, he need not pay, exempted. Meaning, if somebody has to pay in 2014-15, demand is for 11,000 rupees, he has to pay. Similarly, up to 2008-2009, if the demand is 26,000, he has to pay. Below that, any demand is there, they need not pay. 1 crore people are benefited by this. अभी समझ गया?
Yes, sir.
Sebastian,
Yes, sir.
बोलो, एक बार बोलो, এটা কি আছে?
Sir, the people who up to 2009 to 2010, the people who have to pay tax up to 25,000 are exempted completely, and up to from 2010 9-10 to 2014-15, the people who have to pay 10,000 or below 10,000, they are also exempted completely.
They, not the people have to pay. If the notice given, if the income tax demand notice is below 25 or below 10. Okay?
Okay, sir. Okay.
Very good. Thank you so much. Best wishes. Bye. We'll meet tomorrow.